you do just like you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Baby, there ain't no.
So the things that you're gonna need to achieve this is you're gonna need a curling wand of some sort that has like 2 different sizes, like wand sizes. I got this from Duval. I do have a coupon code with Duval. I don't remember what it is, but I'll leave it across the screen. And you're gonna need a hot comb of some sort. This is straight hair, so it definitely needs hairspray. Yeah, so you need some sort of hairspray, something with extreme hold in it. This is the type of hairspray that I use. So as I was saying, you're gonna go ahead and section your hair off, and when you're sectioning it off, you want to just, it does not have to be perfect, guys. Usually I care more about the front of my hair holding longer than I care about the back of my hair. So if the curls in the back start to drop, I don't care as much because like it's like a looser wave, which is okay with me. I want the front to still look really like put together. So for me to get my like full voluminous like kind of look, again, I do not glue down my wigs, guys. For me to get that like kind of lifted look without gluing down my wigs, this is what I do. So you need like a hair clip of some sort, and whichever side you plan on having the lift on. I like the lift usually to be higher on this side and a little bit on this side. So you're gonna pull it back, and you're gonna take your extreme hold hairspray. I mean extreme hold hairspray along the front of your hair, of the part where you're gonna have the extreme hold. After you let that kind of sit for a little bit and it's like been lifted backwards, you're going to take your hot comb, which you're going to need, and you're going to basically use that hot comb to set that like height in place.
The way you're touching me must be emotion. The way it's meant to be, all the emotion.
We're going to brush the hairspray throughout to make sure it's distributed throughout the hair. And when you're curling, you want to curl it away from your face. So you're gonna kind of curl it like this. You're gonna curl it away from your face. Pin curl it so like the top part is like still lifted because you want that lift to stay. So I'm gonna use 2 pins. So pin that and hold it like that. So you're gonna leave it like that. You're basically gonna go ahead and just repeat that again on a different section of hair. And you're literally just taking random sections. You're just gonna hold it. And when it's dropping, you wanna like kind of catch it while it's in like its loop form. And hold it. And you wanna bring it up. And then pin it. It's kind of like an invisible roller set, so you're gonna have a lot of volume throughout your hair, but it's not gonna be like super curly. It's gonna just like have like body and movement.
So for the back curls, you're going to switch out the diameter of your wand down to a smaller wand, and this is just so that the curls are slightly a bit tighter for the bottom portion, and just makes your hair look more voluminous and have more body. The top portion is going to be slightly bigger and like more just like wavy, but you guys saw how it like turned out in the beginning, so that's just what I do. So I did my brows off camera because I have ombre and microbladed brows. Here I'm just applying concealer to prime my eyelids to apply the eyeshadow. I set that concealer with my Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Nutmeg, and then I go into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just putting the colors that I used on the screen from the palette with an X in there. So I just put that color all over the eyelid, and then I go in with two slightly darker colors, and I put that in the outer V of my eye. And I feel like this is like my favorite part. I go ahead and I cut the crease, and I just use that same concealer. It's from Fenty Beauty. I think this is either shade 420 or 410 that I'm using here to cut my crease. And then I set that with the Fenty Beauty Nutmeg setting powder. And then I take this lighter color from the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's like a taupey brown, and I put that on the majority of my crease, and that's going to be the majority crease color.
This is like literally one of the most popular products that I sell on my website, and it is my magic liner. So it's an eyelash adhesive, and it's an eyeliner in one. You need to make sure you have your lashes measured out because it does have a really fast drying time. Today I'm going to be wearing these lashes from my site, the Lash Style Straight A's Always. So make sure you measure out your eyelash first. Give it a good couple of shakes. You guys can see it's really nice and black. Like that. Two. And just give it a couple seconds. Lashes on.
So I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty primer. This is the one for oily skin. I prefer this one because I feel like it really makes my makeup stay on all day and helps my smile lines not come out. I'm putting on a foundation. Now I know this foundation looks really light. When I first bought it, I thought it was too light for me, but the thing about the Fenty Beauty foundations is that they all oxidize. I used to buy the foundation that was like the exact same skin color as mine, and then it would dry, and it dried with like this gray undertone, and it was way too dark, so my face would look really dark compared to my neck. As you guys can see, my body is like lighter than like the rest of that, but just watch, trust the process. I promise that it's gonna come together. I promise I'm not doing like makeup that's way lighter than my face. It's gonna oxidize, I promise. Trust the process. So after that, I go ahead and I do the basic kind of traditional highlight contour technique. Something I do now is I really clean up underneath my eye and make that line nice and sharp. I feel like it really just helps to define the eye, and I feel like gives my eye a super lifted look, like makes my eye look more cat eye-ish and makes my eyes look more like upturned and almond-eyed. So I love doing this step. It's something that I don't skip in my makeup routine anymore. I used to not do this step, but I definitely have to do it now. To contour, I use the Fenty Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 498, so I use a pretty dark concealer to contour. I contour my cheekbones, my jawline, my nose, and I have a really small forehead. I literally have a 3 head, so I honestly never really contour my forehead. I just kind of do it to kind of darken up my face. I know that it looks like my contour is pretty harsh, but I like a more like bronzy, chiseled out look. I know some people don't like that, but that's just my aesthetic. You don't have to go for it like that, but that's just what I do. I'm setting my face now with this is actually the Maybelline Fit Me Powder in the shade Light Medium, and I use this powder because it brightens up my under eyes. It's super affordable, and I feel like it snatches my face. When I do this, it looks like I got like, I don't even know, just something to like brighten up under my eyes. My eyes look super full. My cheekbones pop out more. This is my favorite powder. And I'm going in and bronzing my face. People always think I use blush, but I've actually never used blush. I use the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Bronzer. And I think this is in the shade Mocha Mommy. I promise you guys that this is not sponsored by Fenty Beauty. But if Fenty Beauty ever wants to sponsor me, please, I'm a huge fan. I just only use Fenty Beauty products, so that's what it is. I'm going in and contouring my nose. The way I contour my nose is I contour it after I set it with powder. I go in with the bronzer and I just basically carve out my nose and how I want it to look. I like for my nose to look like a little button nose. And I'm just setting my face now with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I did dust off the excess powder, by the way, guys. I'm lining my lips now with the color Pitch lip liner from ColourPop Cosmetics. This is my favorite lip liner color. I think they've discontinued it, so like I'm down to a little nub, and I like literally am crying because the day that it runs out, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow. If anyone has a dupe for this, please tell me. And then this is the ColourPop lippy stick in the shade Brink. I put that in the middle, and then I go over it with my Fenty Beauty lip gloss bomb, the universal gloss bomb, right like there, to just make my lips look more like puffy, and not puffy, just like big and plump. And now I'm just removing all of the extra clips that I put in my hair, and I'm going to show you guys what I meant by your hair is not going to look curly. It's just going to look very like voluminous and like just like big 90s hair. Like all the like 90s people on TV, I've been watching like the old 90s shows, like Tia and Tamara, sister, they always like had like big hair, like a big lift. So that's what I've been into lately. I think it's because I've been watching too many 90s shows. So I'm just brushing that out, and as you guys can see, that's what it's looking like. It's just like big voluminous hair. And to just make sure that the hair doesn't look dry or anything, I add a little bit of lightweight oil. This is from Garnier Fructis. This is what I use, and I rub it all over the ends of the hair, and whatever's left on my hands I put throughout the rest of the hair. And this is what just leaves it looking like bouncy and shiny and healthy. And this is the final look, you guys.
Okay, you guys, so this is the final result. As you guys can see, it's not that hard of a process. It's honestly so messy and all over the place. It's literally not rocket science. Just try it out. I hope that you guys do like it. If you do, again, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and of course comment and let me know what you think. Don't be afraid to share it with your friends and your family because it helps me out a lot. And I hope that I get to see you guys again soon in another video.